One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. And the Broncos will put total leather and will get started. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Northern Illinois' offense will go on the attack first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And the Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Quickly out to the tight end. The Huskies get it past the sticks. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab, it's Bryant. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch, way to get the first down.
And this one's not working, he'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Hand off from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Sure hands, it's Bryant. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
All right, the offense wanted a first down there, but they got the completion, and now it sets up a 4th down situation where it's manageable. I can accomplish it, and yes, I'm going for it.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab past the marker. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. The Huskies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Wants to throw again. Gets it out quickly. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be dang, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
Northern Illinois, 7. Boise St, 0.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Boise State Broncos offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Offense working from the pistol. Hands it off. They start the afternoon with a run, and it goes nowhere.
If you're going to stop the run game, it better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Under fire. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This defense got a lot of people's attention last week when they had 3 sacks. You know the offense was watching film, and they saw all these pass rushers and their abilities. They thought they had a good plan, but it's not working right now. They've already given up a sack here early in the game.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. Tackle is made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down. The Broncos will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quickly to the tight end. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll give it to Johnson. It's a seam wide open. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. We've reached the break. Northern Illinois holds the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second.
Boise St, 0.
First play of the period, first down here. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man on the right. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. And the Huskies have pushed it inside the 20. Wants to go up top on first down. Flips it out on the screen. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And this defense is defending its goal line. Back-to-back stops right in the shadow of their own goalpost. Using his feet. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
Now, a 4th down.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Madsen. He's got an open man. On the move at the 30. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Broncos!
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking to scramble. And he makes the grab, but he's out of bounds. Incomplete pass.
Well, it's a nice job by the defense in the back end.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Northern Illinois will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
Boise State, 14.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like you've got a great scene there today in DeKalb. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds the tight end. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. It was quite a start for Spencer Danielson in his first full season as head coach at Boise State. 12 wins and a trip to the college football playoff.
And you could see him growing as a coach, and man, the players loved him. Obviously, Ashton Genty has gone from that dynamite team, but a lot of pieces back in place. I feel like this is a team, Jesse, that we're going to see in this spot a lot more.
Yeah, I agree, David. I think there's a lot of people out there that just think it was all Ashton Genty, but you're right. They have a lot of NFL talent returning at other spots, so I still expect this team to be successful.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Gets it out fast. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Madsen. Hauls it in. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Catch in the middle, it's Wagner. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And the Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped. stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds his big tight end. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bryant. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And a lot of coaches put a lot of emphasis on situational type running, right? When it's a goal-to-go situation, short yardage situation, like when I need to run the football and they know I'm running the football. Right there, haven't had a lot of success.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to fire. Extending the play. Going to try to get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And the Huskies are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Tackle is made at the 46-yard line. Fourth down coming up.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, still going. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you can tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the 4th quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Rodgers. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Got room to work. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And they'll send 5 wide receivers out, maybe creating some room for the quarterback to run. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. And they've moved out front here in the 4th. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. He's in open space downfield, and it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Makes the grab. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. The Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Finds his way for 3 after the 33.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They've got the screen set up. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And the Broncos are flying down the field. They'll leave it with him. Running into the open space. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the brain trust will go to work.
Boise St.
The Broncos have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Fires to the tight end. Wide open spaces. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Wide open downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Boise State.
Man, great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. You know, 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory, and he might have a question or two to answer about that decision. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Bryant. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. This is a design run. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Here's the handoff. They make the stop right there, but Northern Illinois has the first down.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wants to go up top on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
They'll go back to the air on second down. This time he's got it. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Timeout called by the offense, 24 seconds left on the clock. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man, it's Taylor. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. How about this freshman leading them on the chase and making the big play after the catch? They can win it with a field goal here, but they have to be smart. Clock's still running. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
Timeout, Northern Illinois.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, NIU.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And it's good. The short field goal for the game. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals.